Okay guys, welcome to the session 7. So this is Radhakrishna Gopudesi and we are content is the steam power plant operation. So in the session 6 we are discussing about coal combustion processes. Okay. So what are the different types of coal combustion processes we have discussed? So one is the cyclone furnace and second one is the pulverization technique. Okay. So these are the important two combustion process. For improve the combustion efficiency, we need to provide the better air. Okay, sufficient air also important thing. So how we can supply the air? The air is important in two conditions. One is the air is very important for combustion process, and at the same time, so we need to create some pressure differences. Then only we can remove the exhaust gases also. Okay. So for that purpose, we need a different mechanism. So that mechanism is draft mechanism. Draft mechanism. So what is meant by draft? So this is the draft. So what is meant by draft? So it is a mechanism of creation of a small pressure difference. So it creates some small pressure differences. So what is the use of a creation of a small pressure differences? So if the pressure is varies, always it moves from low pressure, high pressure to the low pressure. Okay, so that means the air is moving from always high pressure to the low pressure zone. Okay, so by that we need to create the draft. So what is the necessity of a creation of a pressure difference? So by creating a pressure difference, it very useful for the combustion process. So the flow of air also maintain a constant combustion process. Okay, and also it is remove the exhaust gases or discharge the exhaust gases through the chimney to the atmosphere by using a chimney to the atmosphere. Okay, so this is the draft system. So in a draft system again classified into two categories. One is a natural draft system and second one is the artificial draft system. Okay, so natural draft means we do not use any type of material for creating the pressure differences. Naturally it occurs. But in case of a artificial, so artificial means we need to create that situation. How we can create that situation? So in an artificial type of a draft mechanism, mainly two types are available. One is the mechanical draft system and second one is the steam jet draft system. In a mechanical draft system is again classified into three types. One is the induced draft system, second one is the forced draft system, third one is the balanced draft system. Okay, induced draft system, forced draft system, balanced draft system. In second case, steam jet draft system. So here also we can see the two types. One is the induced draft system and balanced draft system. Okay, so what is meant by a natural draft system? So see here, if the draft is produced only with the help of a chimney, it is known as the natural draft system. So what is meant by chimney? A tall tower. A tall tower is known as the chimney for removing the exhaust gases from the furnace. Okay, so without any device except chimney is known as the natural draft system. So what is meant by artificial draft system? If the draft is produced by the other than the chimney, so that means we are using some additional equipment, maybe fans or blowers. Okay, so that mechanism is known as the draft system. Sorry, that is known as the artificial draft mechanism. Okay, and coming to the artificial draft, so the first one is the mechanical draft. In a mechanical draft, we have three types. One is the induced, second one is the forced, and third one is the balanced. So first we would like to discuss about a induced draft system in a mechanical type. So what is meant by induced draft system in a mechanical way? So in a draft system, we are using the external fan or blower for remove the air from the furnace point. So in this type of a draft, a fan or blower is located at the base of the chimney. So this is the very important. where we are placing the blower or fan. So at a base of a chimney. So here, schematically we can see in the image. So here, this is the chimney point. So tall tower. So what is the purpose of a chimney? So this chimney is useful for remove of a exhaust gases. Okay. So here we are providing a blower. So what is the necessity of providing a blower? So by providing the blower, it sucks the air from the furnace. So what happened when the removal of air from the furnace? So that means automatically in this furnace zone created the low pressure than the atmospheric condition. Okay. So when the low pressure is created in the furnace, automatically it filled with a fresh air from the atmosphere, because in the atmosphere we have a high pressure, so that's why the fresh air is entered into the furnace, and here the combustion process takes place in a proper way. That is the one advantage. What about the second advantage? Here the exhaust gases, so which are extracted by using a blower, that exhaust gas temperature is using for the two components. One is the economizer and second one is the air filter. Okay. So the exhaust gases temperature is initially used for the air preheater economizer. So which is water is entered into the boiler using the economizer. And second one is the air preheater. So that air is heated. So after the air is heated, that air we can again sending into the furnace. That gives a higher combustion rate. And here, due to the high pressure, at high pressure is moving towards the low pressure zone. So that is the atmospheric point. Okay. So this is the working of a induced draft mechanism. Induced draft mechanism. Okay, is clear. And the second thing is forced draft mechanism. So what is meant by a forced draft mechanism? In this system is generally known as, this type of system is generally known as positive draft system. Positive draft system. So what happened in this positive draft system, and where we are placing the fan or blower? In the first case, in the induced draft system, we are placing the blower base of a chimney. But in a forced draft system, we are placing the chimney, we are placing the blower before the boiler or furnace. Okay, so before the furnace, we are placing the blower. So here we are placing the blower. Okay, here we are placing the blower and this is the furnace. Okay, so here the blower is suck the air from the atmosphere. Suck the air from the atmosphere and it creates the high pressure and it gives the proper combustion with a high amount of air. The fans or blowers are instead installed at the base of the boiler. The air to the fuel bed and economizer, air preheater to the chimney. So the similar concept. So it continues the process up to the chimney. Already we discussed in the previous induced draft system. Economizer, air preheater, chimney. So the same cases are also here. We are using the economizer, air preheater to the chimney. Okay. So the principle is same, but here we are placing the blower in front of the boiler. That is the concept of a forced draft system. And the last one is a balanced draft system. So what it means by balanced point? So here in the previous case we have seen the two cases. One is the induced draft and second one is the forced draft. What is meant by induced draft? In an induced draft, the blower is placed base of a chimney. But in case of a forced draft, the blower is placed in front of the boiler or furnace. So two different places. So in a balanced draft system, we are placing two blowers or fans. Okay, one is fixed in at a before the boiler and one is fixed at a after the after the furnace point, or collaboratively works it. Okay, so so see the schematic diagram here. So in a schematic diagram, so the first thing is blower is fixed a day before the boiler and the furnace chamber. So apart of that, up to this point we know. So this is a forced draft system. Okay. So we know the functioning of a forced draft system. The blower is suck the fresh air and it takes the furnace. Okay. And later, the combination is economize the output air preheater. After that, we can arrange the blower. So the second setup is known as the induced draft. So the combination of induced draft and the forced draft. The combination of forced draft and induced draft is known as the balanced draft system. Okay, so this is about a balanced draft system in a mechanical system. So what is meant by a cooling tower? Why we are using the cooling tower? Okay, so cooling tower is used to reduce the temperature of a water from where we are collecting from that water. So we are collecting from the water from a condenser. Okay, so what is the use of that cooling purpose? For a condenser, so condenser is a heat exchanger. So it condenses the steam into the liquid format. Okay, so for the condensation process, we are using the one heat exchanger. So that is the condenser. So that condenser requires the cooling water supply. So why? Because so one day we are getting the hot water from a turbine, or that hot content is converted into the water. Maybe that contains the high temperatures. So when the two bodies having two different temperatures, then only heat transfer takes place. Okay, so that purpose we are considering that cooling tower. Okay, so we are need to supply the cold water. From where we are getting the cooling water? So what we are getting the hot water, that is we are giving the cooling effect by using of a cooling towers. Okay, so we need to cool the cooling tower is the purpose of reusing it in a So what is the purpose of a cooling tower? The purpose of a cooling tower is reusing it in a condenser for condensation of a steam. Okay. So what are the different types of cooling towers are using nowadays? So mainly two types of a cooling towers are using nowadays. So that is, one is the natural draft cooling towers and the second one is the mechanical draft cooling towers. Okay. So in a mechanical draft cooling towers, again categorized into the two types. One is forced draft cooling tower and second one is the induced draft cooling tower. So what is meant by forced draft cooling tower and what is meant by induced draft cooling tower? So here we are get force. Okay, so the top indicates that we are using some external device. Okay. Natural means we doesn't utilize any type of a additional devices. We are providing the coolness of a water. So in case of induced also, we need to utilize the external device, that is a fan or blower. Okay. So coming to the natural draft cooling towers. Okay. So in a natural draft cooling tower, the circulation of air is produced by the pressure variation inside and outside of the air. Okay, so that is a natural thing. The pressure variation inside the cooling tower and outside the cooling tower only happens the cooling effect. Okay, so see here the schematic diagram of a natural draft cooling tower. So generally the cooling towers are constructed by using of a concrete or cement constructions. Okay, and here if you see this, the hot water is continuously entered into the cooling tower and it is sprayed by using of a nozzles. So the water is injected here by nozzles. Okay, and here we are seeing that air is entered inside to the cooling tower point. So here the air is entering. And what happened? That air is moving upwards. So the air is moving means here the air have a high pressure. So that's why always trying to escape from the low pressure zones. So, escape to the low pressure zones. Outer side we have a low pressure. So that's why the air goes outside. Okay. And the air and the water have transferred temperatures. Okay. So that reason the water temperature is getting down. Okay. So at that point we are getting the cold water collecting here. Okay. So this is the cold water here. Cold water we are collecting here. Okay. And next, coming to the mechanical draft system. In a mechanical draft system, first one is the forced draft. So in a forced draft system, we are arranging the fan, okay, placed at the base of a tower. So where we are placing the fan is the content or matter of a position of a fan fixing. So here at the base of the tower, we are placing the fan. So this is the point we are placing the fan. Okay. So it sucks the air, okay, by using an external device. That's why it is known as the forced draft cooling system. And the similar thing, the same hot water pipe is injected, and water is sprayed inside the cooling tower. Okay, and the suction air is react with the hot water, and it loses its temperature of a water, and at a bottom position we are getting the cold water, and above that point it removes the air continuously. Okay, so this is the hot water inlet. Okay, and here we are entering into the air by using of a external device, and that is the base content. Okay, so that is the forced draft cooling tower. And the last one is induced draft cooling tower. So induced draft means here also the important thing is the position of a fan, where we are fixed the fan. So the fan is fixed above the cooling tower. Okay, so the fan is fixed here above the cooling fan. So this is your fan fixed at the top of a cooling tower. So that is known as the induced draft. The fan located at the top of the tower exhausts the hot, humid air into the atmosphere, and the fresh air enters from the bottom point. So here the air is entered, that is sucked by a exhaust fan. Okay, and automatically that hot water is entered by using of a pipeline. Here also the same reaction takes place between the hot water and the fresh air, and that water loses its temperature, and then we are collecting the cold water here. Okay, so this is the content of a cold water, and that cold water, what we can do with the cold water? So that cold water we can utilize for condensation process in a condenser. So in a condenser, so we need to supply the cold water from cooling towers. Okay, we would like to discuss about the feed water treatment process also. So what is mean by feed water? So feed water means we need to supply the high amount of water to the steam power plant, because the water is required in a different cases. So what are the different cases we are using the water here? So here the water is very important for, first thing is the water is converted into the steam format within the boiler. After that, for a removal of a ash content, that is at that point also we are using the water content. So that's the reason the water is very important to the continuously supply to the steam power plant. So around 50 to 60 thousands of water is required about 50 to 60,000 tons of water is required per hour in a, for operating of a 100 megawatt power plant. So that reason we would like to utilize purified water. So how we can purify the water? So different types of purifying technologies are already learned in the chemistry in the first year itself. So based on the systems, we can soften the water. So then only we can supply this water to the boiler, or otherwise in a condenser process also we need to supply the feed water. So the feed water is very important here. So we would like to supply around large quantity of water. So that's why it's a very important point while selecting of a site position also. Okay. So these are the very important for feeding of a water. And also important thing in a steam power plant is cleaning purpose. Okay. So for remove the dust content from the steam power plant, we are using the cyclone furnaces. So the cyclone furnace having a spindle here. So these spindles removes the ash content from the steam power plant. Okay, so that reason we are using a different types of a cyclone furnace. Okay, so now we will conclude the session 7. So in a session 7, we are mainly focusing on two concepts. One is the draft concept and second one is the cooling towers. Okay, so now we are summarize these two. So today we are discussing about two concepts. One is the draft one. Okay, and the second concept of is cooling towers. So these are the two concepts here. So what is meant by, first thing is what is meant by draft. So draft means here we are creating a small pressure difference. Okay, so how we can create the draft? Okay, so for creating a draft, we are using two methods. One is natural draft. Natural draft, and second one is the artificial draft. Okay, so first thing, what is meant by a natural draft? So we are creating a pressure difference only by using of a chimney. So that is the name as the natural draft. And what is meant by artificial draft? So here we are creating the pressure difference by using of a external devices. Okay, so that by using of external devices we are creating the pressure difference, that is known as the artificial draft mechanism. So here the artificial draft is categorized into the two types. Okay, one is mechanical draft, and second one is the air or steam jet. Air or steam jet draft mechanism. Okay, so in a mechanical draft we have mainly three types. Okay, so what are the mechanical drafts? In a mechanical draft system, three types. One is induced draft, second one is a forced draft, and third one is the balanced draft. balanced draft system. In either steam also we have two types. One is induced, and second one is the balanced draft. So these are a very simple thing, or induced or forced or balanced draft. So where we are fixing the fan or blower, that is the concept of induced. So induced means the fan is fixed after the furnace. Forced means the fan is fixed before the boiler. Balanced means the fans are fixed, fan or blower are fixed at both the places. So before the boiler and after the furnace. Okay. So these are the conditions of the mechanical draft system. Okay. And second concept today, we cooling towers are mainly two types. One is the natural cooling towers. So without using any device, we are producing the cooling effect, that is known as the natural cooling tower. And second one is the mechanical cooling tower. Mechanical cooling towers. Okay. So here the mechanical cooling towers are two types. One is forced cooling tower. Forced cooling tower. Forced type of cooling tower, and second one is the induced type of a cooling tower. Okay. So the method of a cooling tower is, in a natural cooling tower we doesn't use any type of a fans, but in a mechanical device we are using the fan. So where we are placing the situation of a fan, position of a fan is important. If the fan is fixed base of a cooling tower, so the fan is fixed at a base of a cooling tower is known as the forced draft. The fan is fixed at a top position of a cooling tower is known as the induced draft cooling tower. Okay. So now I would like to summarize this. So in a steam power plant, the feed water system is very important. So why? Because the feed water system is important. So the feed water requires at a different points. The thing is, the steam water is required for generating the steam. For generation of a steam, the water is required. At the same time, removing of ash content from the steam power plant, the water is required. So how much amount of water is required? So generally 50 to 60,000 tons of water is required. 50 to 60,000 tons of water is required per hour for operating a 100 megawatt of a power plant. So each 100 megawatt of power plant requires this much large amount of water. So that's why we are concentrating on water treatment process also. Okay. So only the right content of water or pure water we need to supply the steam power plant. Okay. Thank you.